Alright, so for problem 19, right, you're given a couple arc measures and a ratio, or you're given an arc measure and then a ratio. So it tells you that measure of arc EF, this whole measure, is 120. And then it tells you that the ratio of EA to AF has a ratio of 3 to 2. So that means that AF is 2 times some common multiplier, whereas EA is 3 times that same multiplier. Okay, and so looking at this, you can handle this one of a couple ways. Well, the first thing is, let's take a look at what they're asking us to solve for. They want the measure of angle ABE. Well, this is the angle whose vertex is in the exterior. So anytime you have an angle with a vertex in the exterior of a circle, it's going to equal 1/2 the difference of intercepted arcs. So the two arcs that are intercepted here are arc AE and arc AF. So we do need to find what those independently are. And so to do that, what we will do is one of two things. You can either take the sum of the parts, so 2x plus 3x. The sum of those arc measures has to be the whole, which was given as 120. So we could solve it this way. We could say that 5x is equal to 120. Divide both sides by 5. 5 goes into 12 twice with 2 remaining. 5 goes into 20 4 times. So each of these x's represents a 24. So 24 is your common multiplier. 2 times 24 is 48. So there's the arc measure AF. 3 times 24 is 72. There's your arc measure of EA. So you could now come back up here and substitute those in. 72 minus 48. And if you simplify or perform these calculations, 72 minus 48 is 24. Half of 24 gives you 12. And now there's a couple other ways to approach this. You could, instead of using the sum of the parts equals the whole, you could use the part to whole relationship. You could say that AE is 3 parts out of the whole. Well, a ratio of 3 to 2 means the total number of parts is 5. So 3/5 of this whole thing, 120, is equal to AE. And so 5 goes into 120. Again, we get the same numbers that we're working with. 24 times 3 gives us 72. And then the same thing for AF. The parts, it's 2/5 of the whole 120. And that's going to equal arc measure of AF. Once again, when you simplify, multiply through, you'll get 48. Okay, so we get the same things that we did up here. Now, the other way that we could solve this is we could just work through this problem and solve for 24 to find what x is. And you could have just done this problem here in terms of x. So we could have solved this. M, this outer arc measure, is 3x, minus n, this inner arc measure, is 2x. So you could have been looking at this as 1/2 times 3x minus 2x is just x. Or we found x to be 24, substitute that in, half of 24 would give you 12. All right, so